Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Brian's House of Pain. It's Tuesday and it's time for you to tighten up. My name is Brian. Once again, I said it again earlier. I was going somewhere with it, but I don't even know where. Let's just get to work out. So, here's what you guys got going on today. What you have is you have two sections of exercise with your two sections of exercise. Once you're done with that, then you have a fun 4-minute finisher. 4-minute finisher. Let's talk about section 1, how that works. What you guys have is you'll do 4 rounds of everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to do one more time with the top exercise. The same thing goes for the second section of exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4 of everything. And then one more time for that top exercise. Your last 2 exercises, you're going to do 2 minutes of one. You're going to take a break. And then you're going to do 2 minutes of the last one. So it's just 2 minutes straight of those 2 exercises. With that being said, let's get on to the exercise. Hey guys, welcome to the show. My name is Brian and I'm here to show you how exercises work. Don't let the fancy shirt fool you guys. I am still the man in charge, doing things and being silly and having a good time and showing you guys the exercises you guys need to perform for today. So the first thing you guys are looking at is the single leg deadlift. So as a general rule, when I do the single leg deadlift, I try my best to have everybody keep their feet on the floor. If you can balance on the one foot while doing the deadlift and your hips don't tilt, awesome, great, continue doing that. But if your hips do tilt, the one thing I'm trying to show everybody is making sure that when you're doing the exercise, you start with your feet between hip and shoulder width apart. So I'll show you from the front, hip and shoulder width apart, and then what you're going to do, so I'm showing you from the side, all you're doing is the hand with the weight. What you're going to do is you're going to prop that foot backwards. Still keeping your knees in alignment, so the one knee is still in the same line with the other knee, and then what you're going to do is the hand with the weight, foot that's back, and then you're going to bend over, pushing your hips backwards, squeezing your stomach, and then pow, back up. Bang, pow, bang, pow. You can do this with or without weight, as you can see. Like I said, you'll still get a stretch and contraction through the posterior chain, so if you don't want to use the weight, don't use the weight. But as a general rule, like I said, I suggest hand with the weight is the foot that you end up propping up. And then make sure you just aim for your feet and then stand back up straight. You're going to do 5 on each side. Once you're done with that, the next thing that you do is an open-close crunch. Honestly, these are some of my favorite ones to do just because, like I said, it's a simple exercise. It's an anti-rotational, anti-flexion as much as humanly possible. You lay down on the ground. Let me get in the right space. Lay down on the ground. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, it's a good day. So, you start off with the open-close crunch. You start off with your hands above your head and then your feet extended out in front of you. If you can keep your back from your glutes all the way up to the shoulders, if you can keep that flat on the ground, this move is amazing. So then here, and then close, and then here, and then close. If you can't do that, that's okay. Feet here, same thing, here, close, here, close. Because the idea is keeping that back as flat as possible. And now if you can't do that, that's okay. Hands down, reach, back up, reach, and back up. And you're going to do 15 of those. If you can't do it on the ground, that's okay. If you can't do it on the ground, that's cool. You can always like sit on, or you can always lay down on a bench, lay down on a couch, something like that, still getting the same exact thing. Just because you can't get down on the ground doesn't mean you can't do the exercise. The third exercise inside of the first section of work today is the calf raise. So, all you're doing is you're going to bring your feet up underneath your hips, as you can see, feet underneath my hips, and then your goal is to feel this from the big toe all the way down to the little toe. All of it has to be touching the ground. You're just going to lift yourself up, and then back down, lift yourself up, and back down. That's it. Just heels off the ground, and then back on the ground. Heels on the ground, and then back on the ground. Just like that. Calf raises. Super simple. Now, if you have balance issues, then just put your hand on the wall, grab a bar, grab something, just to kind of keep yourself in balance. And then that's your calf raises. So those are your 3 exercises. Remember, you're gonna do 4 rounds of everything, and then the final round is the first exercise, which is the single leg deadlift. With that being said, we're done with section 1. Let's get on to section 2. All right, cool beans. Let's get on to section 2, man. We're doing great. We're doing great. Great. All right, section 2, come on. So the next thing you guys have on the list of things that you're gonna do today is the slow motion 2-point rub. So with this, what you're doing, my pants got a little hiked up there. Ooh, goodness, showing off a little something more than I should be showing off. What's up? Anyway, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. The leg that's back is also the hand that's gonna be loaded. Now from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do slow up, squeezing that shoulder blade, pulling your hand into your hip, and then slow back down. Slow up, slow back down. You're gonna do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. As a general rule, we try to do like a 4-second or like a 3 to 4 second count on the way up and on the way back down, just for the premise of knowing how long it should take. If it's too much to do it in that 2-point stance, put your hand on the bench and then do the same thing. Slow up and then slow back down with both feet and one hand on the bench. That was super simple. Yeah, that was simpler than I thought it was. That's kind of awesome. Let's talk about exercise 2. So the next thing you guys have is the push-up position rotation. So with this, here, let's get the bench. We'll get the bench for the other part. All right, cool. Here's the bench for the other part. Here we go. So you can always do this from the ground. Like I said, it's getting in the push-up position. There is no push-up for this. You're just in the position to do it. So your 2 different versions on the ground. The first one's on your toes. And then what you do is you just turn, and then back to center, and then you're gonna turn, and then back to center. You can do this from the knees as well. And the same thing, when you turn, you're gonna keep one knee on the ground, and then pick one knee up. And then you're gonna turn, pick one knee up, one knee on the ground, and then back to center. If this is too much to do from the ground, that's okay, guys. Let's crawl our way up to the bench, and we can do the same thing. Turn, and turn. Just like that. And then the last exercise. We're almost there. We're so close. We're so close. So close to being done. Excuse me, that was rude. So what you guys have next is you guys have the dead bug. Now, we can do this with or without an object. I usually suggest without, just as long as you're bracing your core during the course of the exercise. So let's show you how that gets done. So we're here on the ground. Oh, perfect, Dave. Perfect. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your knees up and then your hands to your knees. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your right hand down and then your left leg out. Still squeezing that midsection, then you're gonna bring it back together. Then you put the other leg down, other arm out, and then bring it back to center. And then you go back and forth. For 10 on each side. Simple enough. Now, if you can't do this from the ground, you can always find yourself a bench or a chair or something like that, or a couch, whatever, that's going to allow you to do it from that position. You can always get up on the couch or the bench to do any of these exercises. So, with that, that's the end of section 2. On to the finish. All right. Now that we're done with all that, let's talk about how we're going to finish things off. Here we go! We're finishing things off. We're doing big things. We have completed all of the strength work we need to complete today. Now let's talk about the 2 small finishing maneuvers that we need to do. What you're going to do is you're just going to set a timer, or you can set your clock for just 2 minutes. You're going to do one exercise for 2 minutes, take a break, and then do the last exercise for 2 minutes, and then you're done. So there's no rounds back and forth or anything like that. So the first thing you're doing is the jump rope. You can do this with or without the rope. That's completely up to you. Let's talk about it. So you just jump in place. After all those calf raises, this is kind of intense. for 2 minutes. Now, if that's too much to do, like you can't do the hopping aspect of it, that's okay. Do some jumping jacks. No hop, jumping jacks. We're doing great. We're doing great. Just like that. Now, that's the first 2 minutes. Once you guys are done with that 2 minutes, you take a short break, and then we move on to the last exercise, which is the skater. There are 2 versions of this, so with the 2 versions of the skater, here's version number 1. So it's 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then as you step and you slide, you're squeezing your glutes, and you're squeezing your midsection in order to keep everything balanced, keep you square. You're gonna do that back and forth for 2 minutes. If you can't, if it's too much to kick that foot backwards, that's okay. You can always just side step, side step, side step, back and forth, and that's it. 2 minutes. One exercise for 2 minutes, the other exercise for 2 minutes, and then you're done. Awesome sauce. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for keeping up. Thank you guys for paying attention. Thank you guys for moving. Your body will thank you, your immune system will thank you, everybody around you will thank you, because now you're completely worn out and you can't be grumpy. Just saying. Anyway, I'm Brian, Titanium Training LLC in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, saying thank you guys very much. Big love to all you guys who are still participating in all these exercises and workouts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or even here on the YouTube. Or what you can do for me as well, if you have no questions, comments, concerns, and you're enjoying what you're doing, I need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share all the fun that we have here at Titanium Training LLC on the YouTube. Thank you guys very much. Big love. Enjoy the rest of